like a right now. I do this for my rounds. Oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the no the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Got your one out. No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut. Mayday. Bubbles and these models are.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline. But do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on third down. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Keeps himself upright, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And they'll run it here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. Here's Newton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go.
Cam's going to run the option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. He's going to get it running right. Powers through him. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are in for 6. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A first down throw for Kaiser. Buying time to his left. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Emerson Griffin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Kaiser going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Kaiser on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. 3rd and long for Kaiser. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Got some real estate inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Lions. 42 yards. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Flushed out right. Well, they try to shuffle pass, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First down, Kaiser. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw, Kaiser. And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead, eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet? Oh, I've got the exact play to dial up.
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. From the red zone now, Newton. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Final play of the half. Kaiser flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a great return up past the 40, but this one may not stand. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Gun. Set. 180. Check safety. Gun. 8. Pick me up. Here we go. Gun.
Newton now to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And they'll go on the ground. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll run it here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Lions on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here's Kaiser. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what it...
Well, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Kaiser from the gun on third. Steps away to his left. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now Newton on first down. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. But on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a fourth down. And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, Kaiser able to get away. Flushed out right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Kaiser now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
On third down, Kaiser. And that is incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. 4th down, Kaiser, desperation time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Throwing here, Newton. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion.
They got his man complete. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 41 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Kaiser now to throw on first down. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ohio! Ohio! Watch 17, watch 17. Flex round, flex round.
Second down, Kaiser. He's going to let it fly. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Ohio! Ohio!
Kaiser on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff looking right. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Newton's going to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to go deep. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Detroit, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants.